Here we are. Grab your ankles, pull up your boots. I got good news and bad news, guys. Bad news is it's shit for dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Good news is there's plenty of it. I'll be your overly complicated guide throughout the podcast. Adam Trout. Co-hosting today, well, just normal guys, really nothing special at all about them.
Well, I'm not special.
Hardly worth mentioning. Nothing that needs to be talked about.
I see how it is.
I'm not special.
No, I mean, I'm not special or not. Just Duracell, what's up?
Nothing much.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's it. See? Not special. Coach, what you got going on? He's yawning.
I'm yawning.
It's that daylight savings time.
What?
Yeah. It just messes with you. I feel like it's an hour earlier. Like, what time should
We lost
like
an
right
hour.
now it's only like 5 o'clock in my head.
Oh my god.
Right?
It's 6.
Yeah. You didn't even know what time it was either. Oh, man. This is going to be a really shitty podcast.
Oh, most
Really
definitely.
bad.
We have got
Really
some
shitty.
shit in store.
Really shitty.
No, it's going to be. Are you ready to hear the agenda?
Yeah.
The
I'm ready.
agenda.
Lay it
Yeah.
on
Say it
us.
like that.
Lay it on
Listen,
us.
Sunday was International Women's Day, so we're going to talk about women, and we're going to try to talk about what are they good for?
Sandwiches.
Okay. Wow.
Which couldn't even keep it.
I mean, Karen's not good for anything.
I mean, she tries, though.
She does try.
She tries. All right.
Not good enough.
What?
Not good enough.
No, she's not good enough. We're also going to try to talk about how many burgers can one guy eat when a burger guy eats burgers.
And we're gonna have all that within the shit time.
I mean, those will be quick stories because we got some shit to talk about. So the third agenda item is shit, just shit.
Just shit.
We're going to talk about just
We do have a couple
feces,
of shit stories, though.
fecal matter, the whole thing. Also, special guest, the Reverend Jimmy Swizzle.
Jimmy Swizzle.
Never.
You never heard of him?
No.
He's aggressive and he's reverendy.
He's very angry all the time.
Very reverendy. Anyway, we're gonna call him, I guess I should say. He's gonna do our question of the week. Also, by the way, Brian, who we called last week, his wife was in the ER during our question of the week. So Brian, we hope that worked out for you. Don't feel bad. He said he felt bad about not being able to do the question of the week.
Fine.
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, your
Yeah.
wife's more important. So yeah, QOW is gonna be great, interesting because of the Reverend Jimmy Swizzle. I like saying his name. He reached out to me, by the way. He wanted to be on the podcast.
Oh,
Interesting.
cool.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Should we get it kicked off?
Yeah, let's go.
This first story, well, here's the thing. I read this story. I read the headlines. Let me read you the headlines. Ready?
All right.
Historians.
National Women's Day,
This
right?
is about national historians. Women invented grilling to trick men into cooking.
Like he said that.
No, so I read that headline, right? And I thought to myself, that could be true. Men are stupid. I could see a woman saying, "Oh, we want to handle the meat, hubby?" And the hubby's like, "Yeah, I'll cook the meat," and goes out because there's fire and there's beer out there. Like, I could see that being a thing, right? I could see it.
When was the grill invented?
Well, I didn't check those facts, but in hindsight,
That's what I'm looking up.
you got to
Me
look
too.
up. Yeah, no, they're both on their phones. That's perfect. All right, so this is a Chicago historian. Now I don't. I do. It's a female,
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. Rachel. Dr.
Oh, she
Rachel.
went to college to get that.
Yeah,
Doctor.
or she bought it on the internet.
1950s.
Well, that lines up with this story then.
Oh, really?
So far, we've got some facts lining up.
All right.
1950s was the grill. Dr. Rachel Darwin, she's a historian who usually covers like boring topics,
Weird
economics.
how they cook their meat in the 1940s.
Well, the same way they cook their meat today, right?
Boring.
Fire. Anyway, she actually discovered some interesting things in Chicago,
All right.
and she's written a book about it. And the thing that she discovered was in the 1950s, women were kind of sick and tired of their men not doing much around the house.
All right.
And it's like, hey, you can cook dinner. And men back then, I ain't cooking dinner. And they're like, what if it was outside on open flame? And then here we go. Right now we're caught up.
Sounds right.
It actually says, so the book is called The Charcoal Grill, How Women Finally Tricked Men into Cooking.
Oh.
And it goes on to explain that men had just come back from a war, and we were getting ready for another one, right? It's kind of in between World War II and Vietnam and Korea and all that stuff. But excuses kind of weren't the same as they were back then. And so women were like, hey, we need help around the house because now you're not in a war. You're just working and you're just sucking up.
Sitting there watching baseball on
your
hot
butt,
dogs.
sitting there on your butt, trying to, do whatever. Coach is looking up the word poop.
No, I'm looking for synonyms of poop.
What?
You're just trying to get ahead for the shitty part of the podcast.
Yeah, the lowdown.
Okay, right. This is synonym.
Synonym.
It's hard word
Okay,
to
Nemo.
say.
Nemo.
Anyway, she goes on to write, in the largest gathering of females to date in the greater Chicago area, 6 women, all housewives, got together. And they sat down and they invented this charcoal grill. Now, they decided that cooking should be the thing that men could do.
Get a man to help build it?
Because, well, I don't know. That is not actually listed in the story. But they decided cooking should be the topic that men should take on, the chore, because men suck at everything else. That's what the women decided.
That's not true.
Men happily
It's
went
actually the
outside. All right, Duracell. The men happily went outside and they felt manly, completely unaware that they had been tricked. Right? Now, here's the punchline of the whole thing. She wrote, in the end, everyone was satisfied, and the world finally came to realize that men could cook better than women.
So they... okay.
I'm like, I read the whole thing, and I don't know if it's true or not. I looked it up. I found a couple different sources. They all give the same story. She did write the book, but I'm like, this isn't real. Like, this isn't a real thing, right? I can't prove that it's not real, but it's the dumbest. I think women
really dumb.
Women are smart enough to trick us to be grillers. I could see that part, right?
But why a book? You don't need a book for that.
Yeah, I feel like it's a conversation. It's pretty funny. It's good.
Also, I wasn't trying to say that women suck.
No, you
It's
did.
supposed to be a sex joke.
Well, now you've done it twice.
Joke? You mean sexist?
No, I think he meant sex joke
Okay.
because they suck.
Yeah.
Well, they're number 2. So,
What does that mean?
like you said, we're number 1 at cooking, or we're the best at cooking.
Right.
They're number 2.
So
Also referring to the shit that we're gonna go.
you're
over.
all punny today, full of puns galore. Yeah, that's it. You guys got nothing for that? Just that you think that's real?
I mean, I think it's ridiculous that there's a book on it, but I could believe that they made a grill. But I also think a man helped build the grill.
Oh my gosh, it does say in here, Duracell, the women built the grill themselves. So these 6 women built a grill out of an old buoy they found on the shores of Lake Michigan. I mean, this story has some merit. The buoy could have washed up.
What was the company that sold them?
Well, I think it was just these 6 women started, and then you know how men are, right? If I go outside right now and I see a guy with a Mustang, I'm gonna be like,
yeah,
I got a faster car than you. We're gonna have a conversation, right? Like I got V8. How many,
I got a V6.
Yeah, what do you got over there? What do you got under the hood? Like how many V's you got? It's a thing.
I only have 1 V8, and it's in the fridge.
You're quite the ladies' man, or coach. Coach. All right. Well,
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Also, we got Coach's sound effect board working. We think. I mean, here's. Yeah,
I don't like.
That
I
sounded
do
he was
not like
moaning. Whoa.
it was called yawn on the
That's
thing.
the man that.
Oh wait, listen.
not
This
want
one,
to grill.
This one's called Kiss. I could chew it on
Oh,
a
it's like sloppy. Speaking of sloppy, next story.
Sloppy.
Speaking of sloppy.
Ew.
Okay.
There's a
so-
guy. There's a guy by the name of Joey Chestnut.
Joey
You
Chestnut.
guys ever heard of Joey Chestnut?
I know what chestnuts are. But
Sounds like a.
I'm not
Do you know
knowing
what
Joey.
chestnuts are? It sounds like a porn.
They're
name,
almost
doesn't
the same thing as chin nuts.
it? Really. What's the difference?
One's at the dick in your mouth and one doesn't.
I knew there was a joke. I wasn't sure what it was going to be, and I just walked right into it. I just said hello. So yeah, this guy Joey Chestnut is a professional eater. He's
he's like the.
competitive eating. I guess I
Yeah,
should
he
say.
eats like 20 burgers in like 2 minutes or something
Yeah,
like that.
so this guy ordered. He got his phone. He ordered up
Look like-
15.36 pounds of Big Macs. That's
God,
32.
yeah.
That's
Damn.
32 Big Macs.
Wait, what's his name again?
Joey
Chestnut?
Chestnut. And I want to call him Joey Bag of Donuts so bad, but it keeps coming out Chestnuts. Hey, actually, let's see. There's video.
Oh, I'm thinking of a different guy.
There's video. I don't know what I haven't listened to the video. I wonder if the video's got like smacking sound.
I was thinking of Matt Stoney. Have you ever watched
Let's
him
see.
before?
Here he goes. Let's see if he's gonna talk. Come on, Joey Chestnut. Video's not playing.
Please stop it.
It's pretty good, actually. That sound effect.
Hmm.
All right, I think that is it. He's gonna play.
Today's my cheat day, and I'm gonna do something I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna try to break the Big Mac record.
Oh, there's a
And
record.
I'm
America.
gonna use Uber
Bunch
Eats.
of fat asses. There's a record for how many.
Oh,
Big
he's
Macs
ordering
are
them
eating.
on Uber Eats too. He's not even like driving there. He's gonna
I feel
sit on his
bad
couch.
for that guy.
Yeah, Yeah, who brings 32 Big Macs to your
Yeah, can I get 32? Yeah, that's
He
like
is.
So,
He's dialing it up right now. He just hit order. And he's got the
We give him
checkout.
20% too.
Here we go. That his heart crashing. Oh, they blocked out his credit card. All right, let's skip ahead a little bit here. So here, oh my
How much
gosh,
that cost?
look at this stack of Big
Oh,
Macs.
it's like a pyramid of
I don't know how much
Oh,
it
wow.
costs.
Macs.
They didn't
I can
say.
barely eat one Big Mac because
Two
how
Big Macs for $4.
no.
two
And
Big
me
Macs
and my
for
grandpa
$4.
would go get
All right,
four.
Morgan Freeman.
This
I
is-
ended up eating 3. And this just brings me back to being a kid. Me and my grandpa used to go
he's
to the
just
same
smacking him
McDonald's every
down.
Well,
time.
he likes
it's
to go to
crazy when I
McDonald's
drive
with
by
his
that
grandpa.
McDonald's, I still kind of just, I think about
Oh,
it.
you gotta go
It
somewhere. All right, let me
brings
skip ahead a little bit. I want to
comes
get
up
to
in it.
like see if there's any like
You know who
actual.
Matt Stoney is?
Yeah, Matt Stone, creator of South Park.
No, Matt Stoney. This guy.
Oh, that
Let me
guy looks
see.
like he eats.
Yeah, this is the guy I was talking about.
All right, here we go. Oh, it's like fast forward video of him eating it. It's not as exciting. 10 minutes in, he's like halfway through. He's not that messy. I thought it might be messy and there might be like slobbering, but that's not the case.
Here's a 10
normal.
Whopper challenge by
Whoppers
Matt
are
Stoney.
easy to eat. I could eat like 50 Whoppers.
50 Whoppers? You can't eat 50 Whoppers.
I could eat 50 Whoppers.
By the way, this guy did this in 30 minutes. 32 Big Macs in 30 minutes is like pretty quick, I
Yeah.
feel like.
Well, this guy ate 10 Whoppers in the fastest time ever.
Who's that
All
guy?
right, well,
Matt
if-
Stoney.
If we're talking Whataburger burgers, I can only eat like maybe 5 in like 7 or 10 minutes.
Now,
He ate
We
10
should bring
Whopper
up-
burgers in 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
wow.
We should bring up it.
We should bring up the fact that we did, Coach and I, Duracell was absent during this, but Coach and I
Yeah.
thought one day, how many Chick-fil-A sandwiches can we eat? We thought more. We got to like, what, 4 or 5?
Well, we also brought in some family members too.
Yeah, no, we had a whole crew of people. We ordered 100 chicken sandwiches.
And we got
Which they'd only serve us 50 at a time, so we had to make 2 orders, which I'm like, I'm taking 100 out of here, no one way or the other, buddy, but
yeah,
okay.
we had to send two different people
I
in.
feel bad for those workers. You guys are such assholes.
Well, they
We were
had
very respectful about it.
they had 25 ready, so that tells you Chick-fil-A always has 25
Yeah,
sandwiches
they instantly.
ready.
Yeah, they did tell us that we have 25 ready to make. Okay, make them. Get to making them. But yeah, no, we ate.
Peasant.
I think one family member ate 6, and that was the most anybody could eat. Right?
No,
How many did? What's his name eat?
he ate 8, and
8.
then
8 was the most.
and then
We had one family member want to put him in a blender.
and then the other
Oh,
family
yeah.
member
You guys told me
spit
about this.
half of his
Oh,
chicken
yeah.
sandwich and licked it back onto it, and then
Yeah,
ate it.
no, it
again.
was horrible. And then one of us threw up, and it wasn't me. So
Glad I was not there.
Wow, I see how it is.
I'm just saying though, 32. There's not, have you seen a Big Mac lately? They're not huge. Like they're kind of smaller. But there's 2 patties, but they're
Well,
like
I
little
don't know,
paper
'cause
thin burgers.
I don't go to McDonald's.
I've seen one. I haven't eaten one, but
You know, I learned how they advertise burgers. Like they like do a whole thing about it.
yeah.
Yeah, like they'll put like a gloss on the burger to seem like more.
Oh yeah,
thing,
yeah. I
and
heard
then
about
they'll,
that.
like put it straight. And then for pizza, you know what they do? They get glue and mix it in with mozzarella and put it around the pizza slice, so when you lift it up, it looks more cheesy.
What? Oh, for advertisements.
For
Yeah,
advertisement.
yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
that before. Well, this guy, he did it. He set the world record. He ate the whole thing: pickles, lettuce, special sauce, everything.
Special
About
sauce.
halfway through, he's like, "I got the meat sweats." He dominated it though. Like the world record was only 30.
Yeah.
He ate 32 in 30 minutes, and that's 18,000 calories.
My God.
Fuck.
How do you
Yeah,
even
how do you like make that off? Like work that off?
How do you make that off?
work it off?
I don't know.
Like how do these professional
I'm-
eaters stay so
Professional
skinny?
shits.
I don't think you can. Yeah, maybe. Whoa, a little pause in the music. Oh, this is a good song. Okay, so anyway, he also currently holds the record. He ate 74 wieners in 2018 in the hot dog in the annual Nathan's hot dog eating contest. This guy's the winner.
What's wrong, Coach?
Um,
You think you shit yourself?
Did you
No.
shit yourself just now?
felt a turtle head come out.
We're gonna get to the shittiness here in a minute.
Oh.
People are just like, what are they gonna talk about? You have no idea what you're in for,
It's just like,
folks.
why is this the first photo though? It's a mouthful of
Well,
wieners.
that guy's got. Listen, here's some comments on Joey Chestnut's thing. First comment says, "I'd be more impressed if he'd given those burgers to homeless people."
I don't like that guy.
And then somebody else just says, "Who?
Who?
Well, you know the joke to that, right?
What?
Cares.
Oh, there you go. Oh, I bet you're right. That is what the guy was doing. And then this guy says his name will be nuts in his chest if he keeps doing this nonsense. I don't know what that even means. Is this guy threatening to force a blowjob on Joey Chestnut if he doesn't stop eating
Is he
professional
getting
burgers?
obese? Like, is that an
Yeah, I don't
obese
even know
joke?
what nuts in his chest isn't even. I don't understand.
Chestnut,
The internet.
nut.
I just blame the internet
Nuts
for that.
don't
in
know.
his chest.
Then this was such a big discussion, they moved it over to another Facebook group.
Yeah.
Then they're laughing because apparently in the video he's got a Diet Coke.
Diet.
Well, he's probably avoiding the extra sugar. I don't know. I don't know if that's even relevant.
I mean, what's the point? You might
No,
as well die
18,000
right there.
calories. You know, you might as well just take it
Yeah.
half off on the soda.
Yeah. People are saying
Exactly.
he's going to die of a heart attack. And then one guy's like, I can't believe I watched the whole thing.
I would skip through if I watched
It's
it.
on TMZ.com if anybody wants to go watch the video. I mean, it's not.
On
Oh, and
YouTube
here we
too.
go. Here's a good segue, right? I bet he's preparing for 32 bowel movements.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Well, if that's the case, then
You
you just go
they
to
probably
Taco
just get,
Bell. Get 32 tacos.
We did talk about
what
that
do they
last
call
time.
it? What's the stuff that makes you shit?
Laxatives?
Yeah, laxatives.
Laxatives.
Or
That probably
X-Lax.
helps them.
All right. We've reached the shitty point, and we did it in like 15 minutes. We really rushed to the shit, didn't we?
Yeah.
We really
Now listen.
did.
I'm going to read this out loud, and I want Coach and Darcel to have their normal reaction that they had when they heard it originally. But on Twitter, somebody went on Twitter,
Yeah.
and they took a poll. You can poll people on Twitter.
On Twitter, all
You
right.
can ask a
And
couple
any
questions.
other social media to ever exist.
I don't know how that stuff works. I barely know how to get up in the morning.
Summer.
I hate it when you call. All right, so this lady, I guess it's Femme Fatigue.
What?
Twitter handle is Femme Fatigue. She
Femme?
asked this question: have you ever done a poo in the shower and shoved it down the drain?
That
What?
is horrible.
Yeah.
Whoever has ever done that.
Wait,
25
people poop in the shower?
Well, this is the question. Have you ever done a poo in the shower and shoved it down the drain? 2,500 people answered her. 93% said no. 7% said yes. So that's about 1 in 30 people out
poop
there
in the shower?
taking dumps, deuces, dropping trow. Well, I guess they're already trow dropped if they're in the shower, right?
The toilet's right next to the shower.
Yeah,
Just
it's
get
like,
out
what's
of
the
shower and
laziness
go
situation
in.
there? So this begs a couple of questions. Now, this is kind of funny because,
Especially showering in your own feces.
yeah, I mean, you can't, I don't know. So the guy has some questions, right? So this the person who wrote the article,
That means
whose
like-
also name is Emma, which I think
358 people do that.
out of 2,500. That's that's 1 in 30.
That's freaking gross.
Yeah, well, I have questions
So
too.
one
In
in-
the
think about it.
website, it's on Vice.com. They have questions as well. They're like, hey, do you like wash your legs when you're done with this? Do you
Usually
squat?
just like goes on your foot and you're just like, ugh.
Yeah, like I've never done it my whole life. I don't even understand. Like I've never even gotten sick in this situation. Okay, I'm going to tell a story in a minute. Maybe I'll change my answer there. So this, it kind of it's a random thing on Facebook. And they're calling it fecal data now. It's fecal data. So it's kind of funny.
Fecal data. That's really nasty.
Yeah,
Just think about it.
fecal data.
If you've
So
met
here,
more than 30 people, like let's say you met 60 people, 2 of those people have shit in the shower before.
yeah.
Gross.
That's nasty.
So here's some of the questions that were asked. Are you not worried about it getting on you? Like you just take a dump and then like it's not running down your leg, or like do you not care that? Because I don't
Just
want
imagine if it
ever
was
to touch me.
diarrhea, though.
I don't want poo of any. I don't want the dog poo. I don't want the cat poo. I don't want your poo. I don't want your mom's poo. I want no poo on me. I want to be pooless.
If you're old and you're
Nope.
and you're in the shower,
kill me, murder me now.
Kill you?
I don't
Even
want
if you
it.
have a stool.
If I have a stool, what are you making a double joke there?
Yeah.
So happy with yourself. No, I don't want this. So the guy's like, how are you even managing to poo in the shower? Right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are you not worried about it getting on you? I know you're in the shower, so it doesn't technically matter because it will ultimately come off. But it's like you're there and you're seeing it. It's human poo. It's on you. Like, as it gets on your foot.
All I can
Oh,
think
come
about
on, man.
is like, what if it's diarrhea?
Yeah. I don't know. Now, here's the next question is, how are they managing this? So it's like, do you stand erect? Are you like scrubbing your armpits and foaming up your shampoo and like
And
whistling?
Also
Like,
taking a shit.
Well, you can't really whistle into the mic, can you? Let's see if I can. Oh, I think there's like a nice grunt. Play that grunt right there.
Surprise.
Oh, this is the one I wanted to hear.
Ew.
Sounds like the Hulk trying to
so
take
aggressive.
a shit.
It's an aggressive poo.
Hell no.
So yeah, like you're just doing, and then like all of a sudden, like a steady tide of shit just flows out of you. Like you're just in the shower. Is that how it works, or is it like all of a sudden?
Well, have you ever taken one of those long shits where it's like an actual long one?
Can you imagine though? Like, does it so long that it touches the shower?
Does the
floor?
water help out?
I don't know, man.
Does it
What?
slowly
It's
like?
so long it touches the shower.
Could it?
Yeah. Have you never had a
No.
long poop?
No, it can't.
What if you're
Gravity's
really
not like
short?
that.
What if you're
What
really
do you
short?
mean gravity's not like that?
Your poop can't be so long that it just comes out of your ass like a rope and then it just hits the floor.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
No.
You got like 20 miles of intestines in you, don't you?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you can't have 20 miles of shit in you at one time.
That's what I hear when I hear 20 miles of intestine. I hear 20
Competitive
miles of shit.
eaters do.
I mean, I feel like you got to get that out of you somehow.
Have you never had that long of a shit before?
No, I've had long shits that like.
Haven't you ever wondered how long it really was, though? Like, what if I stretch this out?
Oh,
what are
I've
we talking
measured.
about here? Longer than my body?
No.
You've measured it? Let's pause,
I've
Coach.
measured the shit.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I took it out with my hands.
Oh,
Late-
man. All right, so the next...
May I have some more?
Oh, God. So now he's saying, okay, so the first way is you stand erect, right? You're just showering, then you poo. Second one is, do you squat nude and just drop a log at your feet? Like, are you just squatting, though, like you're in
Yeah,
the woods?
like
Like,
you
how
What about
gotta
the people
think
that
about
sit
all-
in the shower?
You gotta think about all the things.
Ah.
Like, is he just in the shower and then all of a sudden it's like, oh man, I have to shit. So instead of taking 2 feet to the toilet to my right, I'm gonna just stay in the shower and just, you know?
Yeah.
It's nasty.
This guy says, let's see, he goes, oh, I lost my internet. Here we go. He goes on to say, I don't mean to be prude, but if it was a choice between a simple plop plus a flush or scraping bits of my own shit out of the indents of a soaking wet ceramic floor that I'm standing on barefoot like a dog walker in a storm, I know which one I'd go for. And I agree with him, because after you poo, you got to clean it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just double the work.
Oh,
And like, do they aim for the drain? Like, do they take it out before?
Well, I got
Also,
news.
Like-
if you put it in the drain, that just ruins the drain,
Yeah,
right?
it goes somewhere, right? Like it's back in your drinking water or something. Some point. That's how gray water is made. You ever just made gray water for fun?
Does not smell like caca to me, senor.
I think that water is good to eat.
I do not know what you're talking about. When you said gray water, my mind instantly went to it.
Yeah, that's what I
Right.
said. That's what I referenced.
Yeah.
Did?
Yeah, they were in the tunnels and he goes, does not smell like caca to me, senor. And he
This-
throws a stick at him.
He
Him-
says that?
Yeah.
Duracell saying that reminds me of last week when you and I said next week's a shitty podcast, and Duracell said we should all talk about shitty experiences we've had, and we were like, right. What's the
I
fucking
have
point?
short-term.
You can't even remember short term.
I can't speak.
Yeah, well, it happens. Then this guy's like, is your ass all right? So if you often find yourself in the process of showering, a process that is typically determined to improve your levels of hygiene and mental well-being, only to be struck like a bolt of lightning for an urge to shit, you maybe should get a doctor to look at that, because that's not normal.
Yeah, who shits in the shower?
Here's the question that I've been wondering. How do you dispose of it? And I think we've all kind of alluded that it's like making wine, right? They're squashing grapes. They're just squashing grapes. They're walking on the poo until it's down the drain. They're making some.
Okay, I didn't think about it like that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, no, these people vote.
The nasty way
They
I
have
thought
driver's
about it.
license. They've probably stood behind you at the goddamn checkout.
They're
at the
so
15
special.
No, they're not. They're not
No,
right.
okay, this is really wrong.
They
but
probably don't wash their hands either.
I was thinking they did it with their hands.
They get
Not-
down.
and
So they
not the-
bend
They
all
get
the way
down there and they're like,
Oh, that's
it's like a
even
nice
just-
massage on the poop and trying to get down into the drain.
Oh, I don't care for that.
Yes,
Now,
you
here's
do.
the other-
You know
here-
you like it.
Here's the other way it could go down. Okay,
Okay.
you think they pick it up and throw it in the toilet?
Oh, like a monkey. Just fling it. Just fling it into the toilet.
I mean, what do you think?
I've had a monkey fling poop at my sister.
Yeah, you have had that.
I was at the zoo and the monkey just got fed his biscuits.
His biscuits.
And, yeah, he was doing some tricks, so he got fed his little monkey biscuits. He looks over at me and my sister, and I take a step back. He puts his hand under his ass, and I'm like, is he doing a dance? And he just chucks it at my sister.
Nope.
That's
Oh,
that's
hell
really
no.
funny.
I just like this.
That's the monkey running
Oh,
towards.
I
this
found
is
the
pretty great.
video from it.
Oh, the video from it?
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I got that.
Yeah,
here.
it's pretty cool.
How long is this?
It's only 30 seconds
Oh,
or
well, let's
less.
see what we get. If it'll play. And sometimes things don't play so well.
Yeah.
Doesn't smell like caca to me.
Those movies are
Oh,
great.
hold
now.
on. Let me silence the thing.
Oh yes, the sound of obedience.
Hold on. Oh, it's
I
muted.
thought you were going to say obese.
It's gray water. What the hell's gray water? It's basically piss and shit. So I'm just telling you, you guys are splashed around in millions of gallons of dairy
Splashing.
food. So, are you serious?
Doesn't smell like caca to me, senor.
Have you ever heard of a staph infection?
Also, a
Oh,
staph
this
infection.
is so
Serious
unfair.
staph infection.
Oh man, that movie is so
Like caca to
good.
me, senor.
I didn't know that you saw that movie and thought it was a comedy.
It was.
It was.
Supposed to be scary.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I was laughing so
Oh, that's
hard.
so funny.
There was some,
not smell like caca
I hate clowns, so when I saw some scenes, it really freaked me out. Especially with the second one.
They're placebos. They're bullshit.
Yeah. The last thing this guy asks is, "What are you thinking while you shit in the shower?" And these are all questions that I've
Right?
never met anybody who said to me, "Oh, I shit in the shower." Right. So I don't know. What am I going to take a poll here for shit in the shower? If you say yes, I have like 7
I feel like
questions
the
for
person
you.
that took it does shit in the shower.
Who took the questionnaire?
Because they don't want to feel alone.
Yeah.
You know that. Oh, you could be.
Because like
You're right about that.
You just exposed
like today, I
yourself.
saw this poll on one of my friend's stories. It was who is better, Popeyes or Chick-fil-A?
Popeyes.
Thank you. It's Popeyes. But like I can see some people saying Chick-fil-A because, how do I say this? Because they've never experienced real food.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Well, are you saying Popeyes?
Popeyes is crispy. It's good. It's
So
like
it doesn't have to do anything with race?
Popeyes wasn't on that
No,
list.
no.
Oh, okay.
The crappy list that we.
Chick-fil-A wasn't either.
No,
Yeah.
Popeyes wasn't. That's interesting. I like it. Okay.
Either
This
was
is what-
Whataburger.
No, it was not. This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yes, indeed.
We're all going to tell a shitty story. A story about our own shitty.
Who's
Problems.
going first?
I feel like I should go last.
Yeah, save the best for
I
last.
So
feel
should
like-
I go first?
I feel like in order of
'Cause-
what's happening, you guys will have like equal things.
Mine's not really a story. It's just something I just can't do.
No, and that's worth talking about.
Yeah.
I
But
have a
mine
little,
is like
2-second story.
a tale.
Hey, yours is a great you have 2 great tales.
All right. I think I should go
I don't know what the
first.
second one is.
Electricity store.
You told me
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
he has 2 stories.
He has 2 stories.
Well, it's funny because my brother has one too.
Oh, you
If
should
we
tell
ever-
that one for
if
him.
we ever get him on that. Well, I'll tell you right now. He had to shit. He walked into a Dairy Queen. He couldn't hold it, and it was a hard shit, and it escaped him, and it rolled right down his leg and right by the door in the Dairy Queen.
What?
And there was a lady there. She didn't see him do it. She just saw the shit, and she's like, "Can you believe that someone let their dog just shit right here in the thing?" Eric's like, "Yeah," and she picked it up with a napkin and threw it away. And my brother's like, "Okay."
That's
what?
awesome.
That's actually really
All right,
funny.
all right.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I guess I'm gonna start with my shit
All right,
story.
coach.
Yeah, go with
hold
your
on, hold on.
shitty
Do we have some kind of like?
Do we like shit music? Shit on the floor.
Oh, that's good.
Time to get swifty.
So
That's a good one.
my shit story is
All
that I can't poop in public. Like every time I have like that gut feeling, like you got to take a crap.
When you just know deep down,
When you know deep down,
like this is happening.
you're like you start thinking about all the things that's happened in that toilet or in that restroom or could have happened in that toilet or in that restroom, and then I just get too grossed out to where that feeling doesn't matter to me anymore. But when I get home, I'm in my own comfort. It instantly drops out. It's like a damn
Instant?
broke.
You're like an environmental shitter. Like your
Yeah.
environment has to. The Barry White's got to be on, and the candlelights have to be lit. It's
Ah.
like a sexy time, but without the
Sexy time shitting.
It's like sexy time without sexy time. It's just time. It's shitty time.
It has to be quiet.
It has to be quiet.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
Quiet.
that's it. That's your shitty story.
I can't poop.
You know, everybody's let down now by that story.
Wow.
Well, I mean, at least I went before you, so you don't one up me.
Wait, which one is the?
Yeah.
Oh, you think his is better? All right, go ahead, Duracell.
All
Go
right,
ahead.
So about
Oh,
10 years ago.
Play the little thing again because it's.
About 10
really
years
funny.
ago, when I was in high school, I was pooping in the stall because I really had to go, and it was before
Wait,
football practice.
Wait. Did you Captain Flag the toilet?
Okay, hold on. Can we? Is there like a pause, screech sound effect where everything stops for a second? Because I just want to go over. Okay, Captain Flag. You can play the sound effect again if you think that was enough. Record scratch. I like it.
All right, Captain
Explain
Flag.
the captain's flag.
Yeah, please.
Because
So-
the first time you said it to me, I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about.
When you're
neither.
about to drop a deuce, you always have to get some toilet paper and cover the seat.
Toilet paper.
and cover the seat with a C and then an F for the backside and the front.
Captain's flag.
Captain flag.
And you do this at your own home or only in public?
Oh, both.
But you don't ever. You do. Wait, hold on.
I don't poop in public.
Right.
But if I have to, I'm definitely gonna
like
do
dire
that.
situation.
If I have to,
So
I
you
will.
do this at your house?
This should have
Yes.
been your story, by the way. You should have run with the captain flag technique because I think that's a you thing.
Yeah, I don't
No.
think.
No,
way.
here's
Like,
let
I
me
know people
clarify.
put toilet paper.
Yeah.
But I
People
don't think they
cover
call
the
it the
seed,
captain
but
flag.
you've named it and you have a process. It's almost like a little textbook. Here's the instructions. You could teach a class.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the captain flag. I've just.
It's like it's the captain. Did anybody teach that to you in your life? It's
I
what
just
you call
I came up with myself.
the
I
C
just-
and the F.
Yeah.
It's not
Captain's flag.
brilliant.
Yeah, because you can't just have one ply of C because
No,
that's just
that's
gross, and you
ridiculous.
can't just have an F.
No, you
because-
got to cover the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right. So Duracell, did you captain
No.
flag? Raw dog.
Oh,
He raw dogged it.
oh my god, so gross.
All right, but let me continue with my story.
All right.
All right.
Story it up.
So I was shitting in the stall. I was trying to do it, and there's like a couple people in the bathroom, and one of them,
That's your bathroom sound.
that's me
Ew.
shitting.
Oh
All
my
right,
god.
maybe, I don't know.
There's a couple people in there, but little did I know there was a special needs person in the bathroom, and I like this music.
Yeah, I never heard this one before.
Go ahead.
All right, there was a special needs person in the bathroom,
Yeah.
and
Special needs.
yeah, and he went pee. He washed his hands.
How do you know he's special needs?
I heard. Well,
You heard his
I
special
heard him
need?
washing his hands and everything, but then
Wait.
he slid under my stall and said, "Hey, what are you doing?"
And then you heard this?
Oh, I hope not. And I was like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And he really scared me. I almost kicked him in the face.
You almost kicked the special need kids in
Yes.
the face?
He went under the stall. I would have done the
Yeah.
same
I don't
thing.
know. Is that even...
I was
And
gonna
then,
throw
and then
hands
he
with that.
laughed and ran out of the bathroom.
Oh, man.
I couldn't. I haven't. No, I didn't poop in school rest of the time.
And you raw dog? That's so gross. Think of, and you were in high school, right?
Yeah.
Think of all the kids that had sex in there, the kids who dumped it out and didn't wash, kids who have crabs and STDs and all this stuff like that.
Well, I don't think you can spread crabs and STDs through.
You can
Butts.
spread crabs, but not STDs.
You can spread everything.
Not
Through
by
a
sitting on a
butt?
toilet.
Yeah.
Oh. I was looking for
Yeah,
this.
sitting on a. That was me as quickly as I could after that
All right.
kid came in.
Oh, this sound effects board that Coach has is fun.
All right, go on with your shitty stories. The
The
final
grand finale.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the Whataburger story.
one. Whataburger.
All right.
Okay, so I used to ride the train to and from work. Don't ask me about why. I just did it. I thought the train was cool. They had
All
free
right.
Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
I've also had a couple of back surgeries in my life, which means I've had a couple of narcotics, and there's been a couple of muscle relaxers that have been handed out to me over the years. Right. This particular time, this was about 13 years ago.
Okay.
I had a Oldsmobile at the time with leather seats. The leather seats are important in this. It was about this time of year. So it was like kind of cold, but then it would be hot again. You didn't know what the weather was doing. Very Texas-y, you know? And so I rode the train to work, and I was going to ride the train home, but my back was killing me. And I had eaten like shrimp or something for lunch. And I'm like, you know what?
Was that shrimp worth it?
And this, by the end of the story, you tell me. And
All right.
that'll be the punchline. And the shrimp was worth it, everybody. No, so I decide I'm going to take a muscle relaxer and ride the train home.
That was your worst mistake.
So I get on, I fall asleep. Right, I take the muscle relaxer. I totally pass out, and it was when Breaking Bad was on the air because I was trying to catch up from yesterday's Breaking Bad episode.
Okay.
On the thing. So anyway, I take the muscle relaxer. I pass out. Now I wake up past my stop. I wake up like 3 stops past my stop. So I'm downtown Austin, Texas, right in the middle of downtown, and I get off the train because I realize I've ridden the train up to know that I can't. That train's done. I have to get another train going back the other direction.
Yeah.
I don't know the time of that train. So I get off the stop and I go over to the little wall. The train I'm on pulls off and it's done and it's going to come back. And it's like, 30-minute wait. Wow, that really sucks. Because this is, I think before smartphones even. I don't think I even had an iPhone at the time. I think I had a regular flip phone. So I sit down on the bench and all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I have to poo. And it's like coming. Like, oh my gosh. And then I realized that I don't have a lot of control. I took a muscle relaxer and my sphincter is loose. And I'm like, oh
Loose
my
as
You're
a
telling me
goose.
it's a loaded gun.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I realized right then, oh shit, I'm going to poo.
I was the person.
And so I'm like, well, there's got to be some kind of bathroom here at the stop. So I walk all around the train station. It's like the 2nd Street stop or the 5th Street stop. There's no bathroom. And I'm like, what am I going to fucking do? And it's starting to hurt to where like I'm bending over. I'm the only person at the bus stop or the train stop. And I'm bending over and it's like hurting. Like I'm cramping to where it's painful, right?
Oh, that's the worst.
And then I just shit. Yeah. The gun goes off and I just shit my pants. And I instantly feel better. Right, the pain's gone, but now I realize it's really diarrhea. Running
diarrhea.
It's not. It's soft poo. Soft poo. Yeah. So
What a waste.
Now the train pulls up, and I'm like, I got to get on this train. But I'm thinking it's at the end of the day, there won't be anybody else. No, the door opens. The train is packed, and I mean like packed train to India packed, where people are almost on the roof of the train.
Christ.
Like it's totally packed. So I get on the train and I put my butt against like the wall so no one can see or whatever. And I'm on the train a couple of minutes and somebody's like, "What's that smell?" And you guys smell? And everybody kind of looks around. No one knows what it's at, and people are starting to assume somebody farted. And I'm like, "Oh my god!" Well, about that point, I realized I'm gonna shit again. Oh my god, I really gotta go again. And I'm just like, I gotta hold it. Guns loaded. Well, the train stops at my stop because I wasn't by train. I'm like 10-minute ride, so I get off at my stop. But I wait till everybody else gets off. So I'm the last person getting off the stop, right? So I back out so my butt is always away from people because I don't know what you can see. I don't know if I've shit through my jeans, but I do know that it's running down my leg. I can feel it on the top of my socks.
That's
Ew. That's gross. That's gross.
Yeah. And so, I'm pretty upset about it. And I got to walk 300 feet to my car. And I'm like, it's really far. And so I wait for the train to pull away so that I'm the last person at the station. And I walk to my car. I go to get in my car. I'm like, oh my God, I have to sit in this. I have to sit down, and I think, well, it's a good thing I have leather seats because at least it won't ruin. Because I think it's coming out of my jeans. Like I don't know how porous jeans are when it's this kind of a thing, right?
Yeah.
So I slide into the seat, and it just goes up my back, and I can feel it. I can feel it coming out by my belt, like around the top of my shirt, and I'm like, oh my god,
bursting out of you.
Yeah, it's coming out of me, and I'm like, all right, I can get home now. So I back the car out, and I start driving home, and I make it about, I don't know, 3 or 4 miles, and I got to go like 6 miles. So I'm over halfway there, and I'm at a red light, and I realize, oh my god, I got to shit again. I'm not gonna shit in my pants this time. I gotta stop.
Not again.
I have to stop and take care of this. So I pull into a Whataburger, and I've never been back to this Whataburger because I'm probably wanted.
Their souls.
Probably wanted.
So I get out of I parked my car, and I get out. When I get out, I do realize that there is shit in the seat, like it did come through my jeans, and there's fecal matter in the car seat. And I'm like, oh my god.
You have to sit back in that.
Yeah, I got to get back into it. So I kind of at this point walk like a penguin. Like I'm trying, I'm physically trying to hold my butt cheeks together because of the muscle relaxer has me so loose that everything's just flying out.
Loose as a goose.
Loose as a goose. So I make it into the Whataburger, and you know how sometimes if you go into the right side of a fast food place, the bathroom is right there.
Yeah,
that's what this was not. I had to cross the entire restaurant to get to the bathroom, and I think to myself, I know I smell. People are probably like, what does that smell? And then if they look, I feel like I'm just covered. I'm a shit flag, right?
I'm a shit flag.
I get into the bathroom, and it's one of those one-man bathrooms you can lock the door. I'm like, oh, thank God. And I noticed there's a drain in the middle. So I'm like, oh, thank God. Whatever happens in here, they can at least wash out with a hose. Well, I haven't looked at myself. Jesus. So I look in the mirror, and I realize you can totally see that I've shit my pants. It's all over me. And I think, okay, I'm going to throw away my underwear. That's what I think. I'm going to take them off and just throw them in the trash can. That's I can't not, right?
Yeah.
So I take my shoes off, and then I go to peel my socks off, and there's shit in my socks, and I throw up all over the sink. I cover the sink in vomit, you guys. Cover it.
Oh my God.
The sight of vomit makes me really sick. So I kind of don't look at it, and I look back at my socks, and I just throw them away. I just throw my socks away. And I'm like, well, I can't wash anything in the sink now because I've vomited all over the fucking sink. So then I'm like, all right, I got to sit down. So I pull my pants off, and I sit down on the toilet, and I get my pants off, and I pull my underwear off, and I try to do it in a way that it maintains most of the shit, and I just throw the underwear in the trash. My hands are covered in shit now. So I go back to the sink. Oh, the gun went off. I go back to the sink. It's vomiting. As I bend over to wash my hands of the vomit, I shit on the wall behind me. I spray like the chick from, what's the movie? The Exorcist. The vomit scene, only out of my ass. I paint the wall brown.
Oh my God.
Which makes me vomit again. And now I vomit on the mirror in front of me.
Oh,
and I'm so disgusted now, I'm almost going to pass out in the bathroom.
Can you imagine if someone walked in?
Oh, no. They would
just see that.
They would have shot me right there on the spot. You gonna be okay, Coach?
Just.
So anyway, I turn around. I have to put my pants back on. I just slide my legs back into shitty pants, and I'm like, "Oh my God!" And then I look over the toilet where I sat. I've covered the whole toilet, the back of the toilet where you would like the top where you lift the lid, shit all over.
Oh my!
This whole thing
gosh.
overwhelms me, and I vomit one more time, and I try to aim for the drain.
can?
No, the drain, and I kind of miss and hit the toilet and the drain. So then I was like, I'm telling you, it looks like
so it's like on the bottom of the toilet.
it's everywhere, man.
It's like a murder scene with shit and
It's like
vomit.
it's like I don't even know how to
sound.
describe it. Yeah, I don't even know if we have a sound effect that's
Like-
that. I don't even know.
something horrible. Is
mean-
it say Tupac?
No.
Here's one. It's the aristocrats. No, this is what I was thinking. Loser. Yeah. So anyway, I go back to the car. I walk back out. Oh, now this time I don't want to walk across the restaurant again. So I walk out the door.
If you walk by, then someone's just gonna take a picture of
So
you.
I walk out the other door. Guess where that door goes? Right into the fucking drive-through line. So the people are paying for their food and they see me and I know they know I'm covered in shit. Now, by the way, I have vomit on me now. So they look at me like, oh, that poor homeless guy, you know?
Oh,
So I hobble penguin style back over to my fucking leather-seated car and I slide back into that pile of shit. And I drive home and I call my ex-wife and I'm like, hey, Karen. Different Karen. And I go, hey, Karen, open the garage door and just turn on the shower and don't talk to me. So I get
Don't
home,
talk to
I go into the garage, I get into the shower, I undress, I wash my shitty situation into the shower. And by the time I come out of the shower, Karen's like, what happened? And I tell her, and she laughed for days. And she said, you should go back to the Whataburger and like apologize. I'm like, they'll kill me.
Kill me.
Like the workers there are just going to be like,
Access denied.
like, there's no way. There's no way.
I feel like you are wanted there. They looked through the security cameras. They saw a man.
No, they probably had my
shit.
sign up for years. Like,
Yeah.
do not serve this person. Now, here's the funny thing. Coach and Duracell know this story. And we had to go buy an Ethernet cable for the podcast. What was that, 3 weeks
Oh
ago?
my God.
Yeah.
And I was sick. Something was wrong. I didn't feel good. And
No. I know exactly what's wrong. He went to a wedding and had Mexican food from a Greek restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a Greek place tried to make Mexican food. I forgot. And I ate the beans, and it was a horrible thing. I
Beans
I
look
forgot
like
that.
actual shit, like diarrhea that
Looks
came
like
out
someone
of your own
refried their
asshole.
shit.
So I met this. We go to this Fry's Electronics, and we're going in to buy the cable. And I stop in the electronics store, and I go, guys, I got to go to the bathroom right now. And they're like, what? And I stop moving. And I'm like, no.
I can't make
And
it.
one of them says, it's Whataburger all over again. And I'm like, no, I refuse. It can't be. So we get to the bathroom and I go in the stall and Coach goes, he hears like, pee, water. And he's like, I thought you were going to shit. And I go, I am shitting.
I was peeing and he made me miss because I was laughing so hard.
The best part is there's no toilet
He
paper.
looks to his right, there's no toilet
So I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
screwed. Well, Coach goes into the stall next to me, gets the toilet paper, and like slowly like hands it to me like a ladder in a pit, one piece at a time. He's like, here you go, bitch. And I'm like, come on, man. God, jeez. It was just like a whole. What is that sound effect? That's not a good sound effect. We should delete that one. Oh, man. Shitty fucking story. All right. That's my shitty story.
It's pretty amazing.
All right. Well,
Musician is the best way to learn, practice, and master.
Musician. That's what happens when you have a crazy sound effect. But all right. So let's call the Reverend Jimmy Swizzle, shall we? After you have a story like that, first of all, it's time for the question of the
week.
All right, question of the week. Let's get the Reverend Jimmy Swizzle on the phone. He really wanted to be a part of the situation. Reverend, is that you?
This is the Reverend Jimmy Swizzle. How you doing?
Oh, this is good. It's Adam Trout right here. We've got also Coach and Duracell. Say hello, boys.
Like the fish, trout. I like me some good trout.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we heard you were a character, but we weren't prepared for that.
What's going on?
How you doing?
Well, let me tell you what's going on. I'll tell you what's going on with the Reverend Jimmy 24/7. It is a little thing I call Jesus. Jesus.
Was that? Wait, hold on. Do it
Do
again.
you love Jesus as much as I do?
Jesus.
Do you love Jesus as much as I do?
I feel like I
Let me tell you
do.
something.
I feel like I'm right there with you.
You got a couple of young men there, right?
Yeah, they're right here.
Yeah.
Oh boy, prime of youth, prime of youth, strong young bucks. Let me tell you something. You're thinking about doing drugs. You're thinking about having sex.
You thinking about drugs?
Hey,
No.
let me tell you what's better.
Do it.
Let me tell you what's better than drugs.
Do it.
Sex. You get high on the love of Jesus.
Oh, I love it.
Jesus. That's what
I love it. Wow.
Why are you laughing?
I
feel-
couldn't tell you. Everybody. I'm sorry. I know you want to say something, but I got a lot to say.
No, go for it.
If everybody felt the way that I feel, you would wake up tomorrow morning, you would open the newspaper, and it would say, "Oh, everything's okay now." And I'm telling you the truth because that's the love of Jesus. What's happening? How you guys doing?
We're good.
We're pretty good.
We've called you from the CSBS podcast. Now, the B in podcast stands for bullshit, Reverend. And I'm sorry about that, but that's just how it is.
Well, that's your choice. I don't care so much about cursing as I do. Wait, let me put it this way. The devil resides at many addresses. 3107, homosexuality, for example, or 4215, prostitution. I think one of the lesser addresses where the devil doesn't have to bend quite so much time is at 4279 curse. He's not that devil. So don't worry about it.
All right. Well, we called you for our
Oh,
section.
it's a hot night.
It is indeed very hot.
I agree.
It is warm
Hot,
out.
boys. Don't you think it's hot?
Yeah.
We do a segment on our podcast, Reverend, called the Question of the Week. And this question, we thought you would be the one to really help us out. But here's the question. Are you ready?
Well, okay.
What is the weirdest smell you have ever smelled?
Oh,
Well, let me tell you, I already know the answer. And I tell you, it's not so much a weird smell. You know, you got to smell a lot of things when you're out with the people like I am. I'm out there touching them, feeling them, hugging them. But let me tell you something. There's a smell, unlike any other I've ever smelled. It is so unusual. And it is the smell of the love of Jesus!
in your face, sucker.
Yeah, oh,
It has
man.
a smell. You can't believe it. How do you spell Jesus?
So you've
Come on, you boys,
seen
spell
Jesus and met
for me.
Jesus?
Wait, yeah. Have you ever smelled Jesus? Can you
Have you-
describe the smell of Jesus?
I can't smell. Listen, when you let Jesus in, you let him in every orifice on your body. You say, "Come on in, Jesus. Come on in my mouth. You can come in my mouth. You can come right up in my ear. You can come up my nose. You can come right up my butt. I don't care. Just let him in."
Okay. I'm with you so
So
know what
far.
you're
I'm
into
saying?
that type of stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking about the love of Jesus.
Wow.
That's all.
That's not, I didn't expect that to be the
I
smell.
appreciate that.
No, you're going to let Jesus come all
But
in
can I,
your stuff.
questions. There's so many questions nowadays. Young people have questions. Old people have questions. Everybody got questions. I got the answer.
Okay.
All your questions. You can ask questions all night long, all day long. Questions. Let me tell you, there's only one answer. You
Okay.
know what that?
What is it?
Here's how you
Jesus?
spell it. I asked you earlier, but none of you boys can spell.
Oh.
Here's how you spell it. You spell it J, which is for Jesus. You spell it E, which is for extraordinary. You spell it S, which is for son of God. You spell it U. I'm under your spell, Jesus, and you spell it S. Our sexual, sinewy Savior up there on that cross. Yes, I'm talking about Jesus.
Wow.
Wow. Jesus.
Coach, you've had your mouth gaping open. Are you waiting for Jesus right now?
Well, you know,
Waiting for Jesus to come in.
coach, you're right there, coach. What are you coaching exactly?
Coach, what do you coach? Coach can't speak. He's so taken with the power of your message
Of Jesus.
that he can't speak.
Well,
Jesus has
boy,
came
don't-
inside
boy,
of
do
him.
not resist this. This is crucial, Mr. Trout. This is very crucial.
I'm listening.
Boy.
Yes.
Do not resist what's happening to you right now.
Okay.
I want you to take a deep breath, open up everything, open it up.
Everything's open.
Stop letting him in. Trout,
Let him
hang on
in.
now. The boy wants Jesus in. We're going to get him in there.
I do feel like
No matter
something's
what it
inside of
takes,
me.
we have to use a forklift. We'll get him in there. How tall are you, boy?
I think
We're
he's,
going to get him in
I
there.
think Coach is like
We're
a
gonna
solid
get him in
5,
there. Just
6,
let him in. Let
6
him
foot.
in.
You're a 6 foot coach, aren't you?
6'2".
Ooh, he's a big buck.
6'2".
He's a big buck.
Yeah.
Ooh. Is he a big boy? Has he got muscles?
Oh, he's covered in muscles. You should
Covered.
see him.
Oh, he sounds
Big,
like another
giant
jumpman.
pecs.
Tell you what, you send us a picture of your muscles. We'll send you a picture of Coach.
I got no muscles. I only got one muscle, and that's my love muscle for God. Jesus Christ
the love
Almighty.
muscle. Oh my goodness. Well, Reverend, you've been quite the treat. Would
Well,
you
that's
like-
all. You know, I do a show 3 times a week at 7 hours long.
What? I didn't know that. 7 hours long.
I can talk 7 hours. That's 21 hours a week. I do a bonus hour on the 3rd day, so that's actually 26.
Is it about
let me tell
Jesus?
you, let me close it out.
Good question.
Okay, I understand you guys got other things you want to talk about, and there really is nothing else for me to talk about because it's all I know. And it is this. Are you ready? Hang on
do
your
it.
seats.
Do
Everyone,
it.
listen up now.
Hold on.
Listen up. Here we go. Amen. Love you, blessed God. Bye.
Bye.
Amen. Oh, that's it. That's all we get.
Wow.
I don't know if
What
anybody knows
the fuck
what just happened.
just happened.
When you put out on the internet,
He's gay for Jesus.
I think he's
Whoa,
super
He
whoa,
let
nope,
Jesus
that goes
come
against
in
what?
his butt.
Rule 108?
108.
What do you say?
Who's
What did he say? He said like some kind of, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
he let Jesus come in his mouth and his butt.
he wanted him
He
to
is
come
gay for
into his
Jesus.
body.
Come everywhere. You can come in my nose, my toes, my ear.
I don't even know if any of that was appropriate. We're definitely going to hell.
Oh yeah. Or not seeing Jesus.
Well, we'll
We
never
can
see
never
him
talk
now.
to
No,
Reverend
we,
again.
we can never
I
smell
mean,
him.
when you put on the internet, anybody have a question of the week, and you get the Reverend Jimmy Swizzle that says, I have a question of the week, you feel like, okay, I should have the Reverend on. But
Well-
you don't prepare for that.
What's the worst smell you've ever smelled? I got one.
Oh, no.
I got
It's
one too.
Karen's cooking. Worst smelling thing I've ever smelled.
Well,
Other than Coach's farts, Karen's cooking is horrible.
well, there's this one
Smells
time
horrible.
I was a dentist when like back when I was in middle school.
Yeah.
I got braces, and my mom took me to the dentist.
face.
I come back, and there's someone checking a roof for like a leak, and like it smelled really horrid. And like the lady at the front was like, "Sorry for the smell. I think we're having some kind of sulfur or anything." And my mom's sitting in the back corner, like all quiet, and like it looks like she's kind of sad. I go over to my mom. I'm like, "Hey, do you smell it too? Is it hurting you?" And she's like, "I farted." And I was like, "What?" And she's like, "Yeah, we got to go really quickly. I want to get out of here."
Wait, so she stunk up that whole place?
She
And they
made
thought it was like a
and
leak?
They smelled it was a leak. It smelled like sulfur, and oh my god, I felt really bad.
Oh,
I felt
That's really good.
Really
wow.
Now, that didn't cost you any money, right?
bad. No, just the braces.
So, again, with my shitty stories, I sold a truck once.
Nah, I know where this
I'm
is
looking
going.
at you, Coach. So I had this truck. I didn't have it very long.
Maybe like 2 years.
like
year and a
a
half, maybe a year and a half.
Almost
Coach is in
2
the back
years.
seat with a friend of mine named Andrea. She's a full-grown, like, woman, lives on her own, capable person, doesn't freak out easily. You know what I mean? Like, totally.
Yeah.
in
Love you,
control.
Andrea.
Calm and chill.
And I'm in the front seat, and all of a sudden, there's a smell. And we all know the smell, right? We're like, this is a fart. Someone's farted. And Coach is like, oh, I'm really sorry about that. Well, I happen to have had the window lock on because we have a dog that sometimes gets up on the side and rolls the window down. And I can't get to it that fast. And Andrea starts gagging. And and the truck's at a red light, and
Oh God.
but the door is also locked. She can't get it unlocked. She says, I got to get out of here now. She breaks the truck door handle off, opening the door, and just gets out in traffic and runs off. Oh. Just leaves. Now I have a broken door handle. So we pull over, we put the windows down, we out the truck.
Oh, so
Andrea
bad.
gets back in
Oh,
after a little
God.
bit. She hands me the door handle. She has it in her hands. Here's the door handle. I take the truck. I'm like back home, and I'm next day. I get back in it to go to somewhere. And I'm like, it smells horrible. And I'm like, did he shit on the seat? So I call Coach up. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, oh, man, it's been horrible. I don't think I feel really good. It's been all night with the whole...
What did you eat that night?
It wasn't me. Why are you looking at me? Stop accusing me of that.
Coach, what did you eat that
remember?
night?
I went to this restaurant. Oh, well, that day, all I had eaten was eggs for breakfast and frijoles.
That's probably the beans.
Yeah, and then for lunch, I didn't really have anything. But for dinner that night, I had lupes, and then I farted a few more times after.
Well, I ended up not being able to live with the smell, and I realized, okay, the smell's bad.
After like a month of it
Yeah,
smelling.
it smelled bad
Yeah,
for like a couple.
I went in the
a
truck
week or
one
two.
time,
Yeah,
and it was horrible.
Yeah, other people got in my truck and like, dude, what's that smell? And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, so Coach farted in here. But here's the thing: I had a dent in the car. Somebody hit me, And so there was a dent. Then the handle broke, and now it smells. So I took it to the dealership, and I'm like, hey, can I trade this in? And I ended up buying a new fucking truck because you farted so bad in my old truck.
Yeah, that's horrible.
And the guy did comment. The guy comes out and goes, oh, we'll send Johnny out. He'll look at the truck. He comes back. John comes in. He's like, well, it's all good shape. It's got this broken handle, and it smells funny. And I'm like, I don't know what the smell would be about, knowing damn well
what the smell was about.
Yeah, it was you, fuckface. All right. Man, I told you. Shitty podcast all the way around. So,
Oh, yeah.
join us next. Well, you know what? We might. I think Coach is traveling. Are you taking Karen somewhere next week?
Yeah, me and Karen are going up to New York City.
Really?
She wants to go see the Statue of Liberty.
And you're going to take her?
The, what's it called? Empire State Building. So.
You're taking her?
Yeah. Nice.
I'm just teaching her to ask you for stuff.
Well, I also want to teach her how to make deep dish because we're taking a cooking class up there.
Well, good luck because, she sucks at cooking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, we may have no podcast next week, or we might have different guests. I might try to get other people.
I'm not going to be here either.
What? Where are you going?
Going to San Antonio.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to
For the
figure it out.
concert?
Nope.
I think concerts are canceled now because of the
Corona.
COVID-19.
It's
if
Corona time.
if you get Corona twice, it's called Dos Equis.
Shut up. Shut up. No.
All right. That's the podcast. We'll see you next time. The question.
Bye.